All right, welcome back, everyone, to the Delta McKenzie ASA Classic here in beautiful Cullman, Alabama. We just saw a great shoot down in our Senior Pro division. Next up, we're going to have Senior Known Pro. And Darren Christianberry, first off, we're going to start with the Shooter of the Year for Senior Known Pro. Run that down for us.
Tim Gillingham won by a pretty good margin right there. So first place in Shooter of the Year goes to Tim Gillingham. Randy Morocco gets second, and Michael Braden will round out the podium for the Shooter of the Year. Great shooting to those guys.
Yeah, Tim Gillingham, the hammer, he just kept it going all year, just kept shooting the way he needed to. And today, you talked to him, he said he had problems, but here he is on top.
Yeah, your problems weren't too bad if you won by 35 points. So congrats to Tim there.
Exactly. All right, so let's get to our who's coming out, our finalists here, our Pro Pressure Point Shootdown finalists. There's the leaderboard, Darren.
Yeah, Tim Gillingham, Roy Richards, Michael Braden, Rick Baker, all knotted up at 424. Doug Cott 422. So as you can see, 2 points between the top 5 here with 6 arrows to go and all these bonus rings. Who knows who's going to win this one?
Unbelievable. All right, let's go to Brandon Reyes. He's going to bring out our archers.
All right, let's meet the finalists for the Senior Known Pro Division. The number 5 qualifier from Bucyrus, Missouri, Doug Kyle, representing Elite. The number 4 qualifier from Epsom, New Hampshire, representing Matthews, Rick Baker. The number 3 qualifier from Keller, Texas, representing PSE, Michael Braden. The second qualifier from Romance, Arkansas, representing Matthews, Roy Richards. And the number 1 qualifier from Provo, Utah, representing Matthews, Tim Gillingham.
All right, Darren, so we've got our Senior Known Pros, so now we have a switch here. We're going to use rangefinders.
Yep, everybody's going to know the distance. You should see these guys hammer some bonus rings, and they're going to have to if they want to win because the scores are knotted up. Like we said, we got 4 at 424, Doug Cott 422, so the bonus rings are going to decide this shoot-off.
Yeah, and we got 3 first-timers out there. Roy Richards, Rick Baker, Douglas Kyle. Each is their first one, at least for this year, this season.
Yeah, Doug made the classic shoot-off last year, I know. I've known Rick Baker for a long time. I believe he's from PA, but I didn't realize he was shooting Senior Known Pro.
Yeah, your judging time is over, sorry.
Michael Braden's been around this game forever, retired for a little bit, and he's back in the Senior Known Pro. Gillingham, everybody knows Tim. If you shoot competitive archery, you've probably heard of Gillingham.
So now, Darren, let's talk for a second. Tim shot this morning a round. He has changed bows for this afternoon. Who does that?
I never know what goes through his head. Most people don't know what goes through his head, but he gets some things that he thinks he needs to change, and he's not afraid to experiment.
You got to give him that, right?
Yeah, oh yeah.
He'll do what he thinks he needs to.
Yep.
As crazy as it might be.
He called upper on the Coyote. There's a look at Doug Kyle shooting lefty. He went hammering. I don't know what he shot at there.
Okay, first up.
He's off to the right.
When they hit close to the 14, I think they're shooting at it, but I don't know.
All right, the Bo Doodle Coyote out there is Tim Gillingham,
12.
and he starts with a 12.
Moves him to 436.
Of course.
That's what I expect these guys to do.
Yeah.
I don't see an arrow in the wolf.
Oh. Yeah,
is
there it is, yeah.
Oh, I see it now. It's low.
Yeah,
I just can't see it from my angle.
Look
Oh, it's all black. There we go.
That's the gold tip howling wolf. This is Roy Richards.
Roy shot an 8. He's going to go to 432.
Next up, Michael Braden.
I hope me talking about these numbers out loud helps. It helps me figure out where everybody's at.
This is Roy Richards' first shoot down ever.
Michael Braden here, I believe. Yeah, Michael B. on the Leopard.
10.
On the Stanislavski Leopard, he got a 10. He'll go to 434. Good look at Mike.
Just for the record, Rick's
We
ASA
got
number is 1.
Rick Baker.
Rick Baker said, watch this. 14.
Wow.
14, ready to go with it.
He is your new leader. 438.
We asked him ahead of time, what's your top ASA competition highlight? He said, this shoot.
Yeah. Rick shot IBO for a lot of years. That's where I met him, was on the IBO circuit. And I saw his name. I said, is that the Rick Baker from PA? And everybody's like, well, we don't know. I think he's from
10 for
PA.
Douglas Kyle. 10 for Douglas.
Let's see.
All right, gentlemen, let's move to our next target.
Epsom, New Hampshire.
New Hampshire. Okay. So Doug had an 8. I'm sorry, I was babbling there. 430. New Hampshire. So he's from the Northeast.
All right.
That's Pennsylvania to Alabama, you know.
Yeah.
It's basically
We
the
were
same thing.
close. Same zip code.
36, 10 Gillingham.
All right, we had
Right.
some movement there. 438. Yeah, we came in at 424 apiece. Now we're at a 438, a 436, a 434, a 432, and a 430.
Now we separate.
That's how fast this changes.
And I assure you it won't be the last.
Rick Baker jumping right into the
Make sure
lead
Douglas is settled in and ready to go.
in your first shoot down.
That's really awesome.
Here's
And his
our-
first arrow and his first shoot down, he pops a 14. Good for you, Rick.
Here's our split screen, Tim Gillingham, Roy Richards, Tim on the Wolf, Roy on the
It
Leopard.
wouldn't surprise me to see Tim shoot at the 14 here.
No. If we can see it that good on the TV screen.
Yeah.
he can
Oh,
see-
he
there
smoked
he
it.
goes, smashed.
Boom, filled it up.
Let's see what Roy does if he mashes.
That's a long leopard.
Oh,
He went into-
that's in
he
a
went-
good vicinity.
He went into low 12.
Yeah.
Doug hasn't. He's just now coming to full draw. Got 30 seconds still. Now he let down again. What's he doing? His arrow must have fell off. 24, 23, 22, 21. He's still got plenty of time. And he's shooting that coyote.
10. There he goes.
He got
Hey,
10.
good shot.
Okay, first up, Douglas Kyle.
Doug Kyle on the coyote, 10 points. Moves him to 440.
10 for Douglas. Now,
Looks like we got a couple 14s out there.
Here comes the hammer, Gillingham, gold tip out.
14
14
points.
for Tim Gillingham.
450. He's 2 for 2 on bonus rings.
Of course, he hits the gold tip alley. It's right up his alley there with his gold tip arrows.
Mm-hmm. 10.
10 there for Roy.
442 now for Roy. Unless my eyes deceive me, there's Michael Braden. We're getting ready to look at his arrow, and I think he 14'd this mule deer. Mike makes a good strong shot every time.
Yeah,
He
there
got
we
it.
go.
14 points from Mike. Good shot, Mike. 448.
Leader going into this round, Rick Baker.
Let's see what Rick got here. Looks like he's at least a 10. It's a safe arrow.
10.
Hard to see in
10,
that shadow.
Let's go back to the board.
448.
All right. 2 points back, along with
Yeah,
Michael Braden.
Tim took the lead at 450, and then Mike and Rick are tied at 448, and Roy at 442, and Doug Kyle at 440.
Rick Baker's at 448, but trailed by 1 bonus ring behind Michael Braden. Roy Richards. and
Yeah, Doug went from being 2 points out of the lead to 10 points out of the lead in 2 arrows.
So, Darren, we should talk about here. Tim Gillingham will be our first one we've seen tonight who has the chance of the infamous double dip.
Yeah.
Shooter of the year and classic title. We're talking thousands of dollars.
Yeah, that's big bonus money right there. Yeah, we're not shooting just for lunch money here this weekend. It's if back to back would be probably tens of thousands.
Yeah.
Be close to 20, if not more,
Now.
for the double dip for these guys, and even more for the open pros.
Here's Roy Richards.
That breeze is picking up a little bit. It's
Where that was on the core line.
that's Tim drifting to the left.
Michael's on that long one. I think he's low on that.
Yeah, that breeze is pretty. That's significant right
Yeah.
there. That's coming through here right now.
Rick Baker just under that upper. The Coyote. Bo Doodle Coyote.
Yeah, I think everybody's shot. Yeah, now we'll check them. So Rick's on the Coyote. 10 points. 458 now for Rick. It's not getting any cooler out there.
It is not. No. 3:30 here. This is about as hot as it gets.
An 8 for Doug. 448. Yeah, if you watch the forecast earlier in the week, it was supposed to start storming today at 1 o'clock and storm most of the evening, but we got a little storm yesterday. Today's been perfect.
Yeah, blue skies.
Other than hot. 10 for Tim. 460.
I should mention it's interesting. We have. Well, let's see this first, because I think
he's up there at it. Oh, 8 points for
just
Roy.
missed.
Puts him at 450.
And for Michael Braden, coming off of 14 off that mule deer.
Yeah, this one looked like it might have been a little low, but I don't know.
8
Yeah,
points.
8.
All right, gentlemen, let's move to our next target.
456.
It's interesting, Gary. We have Doug Kyle, and he's always listed as Douglas Kyle. And then, of course, in the known pro division, we have Kyle Douglas, who is out there, Tim's, Gillingham's umbrella man. They get confused. That confuses people all the time. Well, Doug Kyle, doesn't he shoot known pro? But I thought Kyle does. Isn't he a senior known pro? So one of the things we always have to sort through here.
Same names, just in different positions. Tim's now 460. Rick Baker 458, 456, 450, 450. So that breeze is pretty good right now, PJ. You see Tim waiting there. He's kind of eyeballing what this wind's doing.
All right, he's got 2 points. He's got the shortest target.
He's going for it. He's going to go for it. If he hits this, he really increases his odds of winning this tournament if he hits this 14. Of course, on the flip side, if he doesn't, it makes it harder to win. But if he hits it,
you got this as your shortest, and right after it, you have the longest.
There's a good look at Tim bearing down on that thing.
Oh, I think he got it. Yeah, he did.
That's a big arrow for him right there.
Yes.
Big arrow for him right there.
There's a there's a high five. There we go.
Good looking 10 for Michael B. there on that Coyote. 10 points
10
for Mike.
Braden.
466.
Rick Baker.
All right, Rick Baker. Boy, he'd like a podium. First ever. There we go.
Wow.
Yes.
Good shot, Rick Baker. 472.
You'd think he'd be nervous.
He's not.
No. In your first shoot down.
8
for Doug Kyle.
456.
There's the hammer. Good look at him. Homemade
Contraptions.
Contraption release.
14, 460, 474. Tim's like, there's guys that push his buttons because he's very passionate. He wears his emotions on his sleeves. He's very opinionated. But he's tested so much stuff over the years with releases and arrows and bows, and he knows this game.
He does.
He's a wealth of information. 10 for Roy. 460 points. A wealth of information.
Yeah. And he knows what works for him. What works for him may not work for everyone.
No.
But it works for him. That's all that matters.
He believes in his shooting style. He's perfected it.
Yeah.
He's got a lot of championships under his belt.
Sure does.
And we wear the same glasses.
fourth is Roy Richards.
You can tell everybody out here is over 50 because they can't set their sights without glasses.
15 bonus.
Got magnifiers, got glasses, whatever.
More lenses than you can shake a stick at.
Somebody's got to come up with a sight tape that's like Braille, or you can't get big numbers. It's too small of an area.
They used to have auto tuners on some Gibson guitars where you just, it would tune it and it would auto tune it. You need just like Siri, hey Siri, set my sight at 43, something like that. We need an app and a
You
phone.
come up with that, you're going to be a rich man.
People
there.
wouldn't be able to afford it. Here we go, the 5th arrow of 6. Tim's on the longest target.
His string says
It's blowing. Did he call upper? If he
he
called
did.
upper,
I saw him move his cone out.
wow, and he 12'd it.
That's, come on.
He's
Fist bump from Kyle Douglas.
He hit 4 out of 5 rings in the shoot off.
The leopard. Are we waiting on somebody? Yes, Michael Braden.
Okay, first up,
Huh?
Oh,
Roy Richards,
wait.
currently at 460. 14 points behind
I
him.
didn't
The
shoot
leopard,
the leopard.
the leopard's Rick Baker, isn't it?
That's a 10 for Roy. He's going to look for some help from
It
Tim
is.
to make that.
He didn't set his sight.
Oh, no.
Oh, he didn't change his sight.
No, Rick.
Sorry, I was talking. I don't even know what happened with Roy. We're looking on the field.
Yep. All right, let's
14 for Michael Braden. Sorry, we were watching what was happening on the field.
Yep, here it goes. Here we go. Oh, right over top of it, Darren.
Doggone it.
Didn't set his sight.
He didn't set it or he said it wrong. Well, that's going to change the outcome.
Yes, it is. Wow, Rick.
That is going to change the outcome.
Looking for a 14 rank.
Yep.
I hate that for him. He was shooting so good.
I know. Your first shoot down.
I don't even know what Roy shot on the first arrow there.
Yeah.
8 and 8 for
8 for Doug.
And
464.
Tim's going to have going into the 6th and final arrow.
Tim, 12
You know,
points.
I've heard you and other archers talk about all the time that there's so much happening, it's easy to forget things.
Things, it goes so fast out there, you do make mistakes.
12 for Tim Gillingham.
Wow, 486.
Currently at 486 and 24 bonus rings is Tim Gillingham.
So Roy,
The only shooter within 10 points of him is Michael Braden at 480 and 16 bonus rings. In third place for the tournament is Rick Baker at 472.
Roy
Oh,
shot.
he stays third place. Good
Wow.
for him. Good
Good
for
for
him.
him.
Yep.
Got on the podium with a blank.
Yes.
Good for you.
Yeah. So what Mike Tyrell was explaining was Michael Braden and Tim are the only ones who were shooting the last arrow. So Rick Baker finishes third, Roy Richards fourth, Douglas Kyle finishes
A
in
6-point
fifth.
lead over Michael Braden.
So
and
congrats to
insurmountable
Rick
lead
Baker.
bonus rings.
Hey,
So
making the podium. I know, I'm sure he's upset, disappointed, but
I got
first shoot down.
Michael Braden 14 in that last target at 480. Am I right or am I wrong there? We have it on.
You
the
are.
graphic.
He said, Mike Tyrell said
Okay.
480. Yes,
Gotcha.
you're correct.
So basically, Mike shoots a 14. Tim's just going to need an 8 to win.
Yeah. We'll get that.
Pretty easy job for a guy that just hit 4 out of 5 out there.
He's just on fire. So we'll get that graphic change there. The score, Michael Braden will get to a 480.
They're setting the field now for this final arrow. Brought the
Yep.
Impala back out.
Our last chance archery, last chance arrow. The Impala. The score will be upgraded here. Michael Braden is at 480. Tim Gillingham is at 486.
Yeah, so if Mike shoots a 14, it'll put him at a 494. Tim would have to have an 8 to tie, and then potentially win on bonus rings, depending on who's got more.
Yeah,
which
he's got more.
I would assume Tim, since he hit 4 out of 5 out there, he would have that lead. So Tim's basically going to, depend on what Mike does. If Mike shoots a 14, Tim's just going to have to shoot an 8. If Mike shoots an 8, Tim's just going to have to hit the target. An easier path to victory, but you never know.
Yep.
That's why we shoot them all.
That's right. Hey, I'm sure Rick didn't mean to misset his sight or not set his sight, but it happened.
All right, Michael, you set? We'll start your 1 minute now.
Glad to see Michael Braden out here. I didn't
Yeah.
like that, him taking a year off. I missed him.
It's good to see him back. You're right. There's a guy that does the same thing every single time, and that's what archery's all about, repetition. Watch this strong shot. Pow.
Oh,
So close.
so close.
Just low left of it, I believe.
All right, let's see.
So
Yeah,
8 will put him at
just
488. All-
Tim just needs to hit the target.
Yeah, Tim needs foam to win.
To get that double dip.
Did Tim tell you the story of why he changed bows? Or do you know
He
why
did
he
not.
changed?
In the interview this afternoon, he just said, I feel like I might be having some issues. He said, I might do something crazy before the shoot down. You never know what I might bring out. That was his indication to me.
Gotcha.
And then here he is with a different bow.
So you can shoot at the 14 and not hit it and still win. People won't question your sanity.
Mike's trying to talk him into doing something here. I don't know what he's going to do, but I think he just parked that pin in the middle of the 10 and just catch foam.
Oh, here he goes.
Deep breath he took.
Yep.
Who knows with Tim? I would just say he'll just pipe center 10 and call it a day. But you never know.
Yep. He's aiming. Oh, there's the Gillingham Ginch.
Now whatever he's going to dead center
Yeah,
it now.
now, whatever Mike had him doing, that's out the window.
He's
now.
going to dead center it now.
There
Good
he goes.
enough.
Yeah, look at it. I said, forget
Yeah,
it.
he says that good enough. That 10 will do it.
Good for him. That gives him his third win this year.
Wow.
Darren. He won in Foley. He won the last one in Metropolis. So he's finishing on a high note.
Yeah.
Back-to-back wins, shooter of the year.
Double dipping.
Everything's just going Tim Gillingham.
Won half the tournaments. I mean, if you can win 3 out of 6 for the year, that's a pretty good year in my book.
Absolutely.
We're going to start the award ceremonies over on the left side of the shooting lanes.
Tim's going to come around here, and we are going to get a word from him. Congratulations to Tim Gillingham. He works hard at it, that's for sure. So here we go. There's Michael Braden.
Boom. Strong
Just
shot.
missing that.
Just off of
Just
it.
missed it. And then Tim the Hammer shooting. Oh,
On the 3rd try. Boom.
all right.
All right now.
Are you there? I'm here. What took so long to shoot that last arrow, Tim?
You know, I just thought I was going to show off, and then I just got a little jumpy. That 14 was rejecting me.
Yeah. You won 3 events this year, shooter of the year, and hit 4 out of 5 bonus rings right there. That's a pretty good run.
Well, I appreciate it. Rick was putting the heat on me.
Yeah, when he shot that 14 there a minute ago, I was like, oh, gosh, he's not giving it up yet. But then obviously he had a little mistake there at the end, made your path to victory a little easier.
Yeah, you know, I knew he was in the perfect position to you know, I knew he was going to shoot that other 14 if he had to. I had to. He forced my hand on it because of the position I was in. So,
PJ said you changed bows. Why the bow change right before the shoot-off?
well, because I can.
Well,
No, you know, I don't know. I shot the title all the way up to this, and like 8:15 yesterday morning, I just switched. I just wasn't feeling it, and shot a good round yesterday. I do prefer this bow over the TRX that I was shooting, and so I had semi-dry fired, broken arrow, and broken knock twice with this bow, and I just wondered if maybe I did something to the cam. So I went in after I got off the round and just swapped cams out, spent an hour and a half over on the bags, and got her lined out, and it was shooting really good. So I decided to go with it.
Well, Tim, you are our first double dip of the day. You're the Classic champ and Senior Known Pro Shooter of the Year. Congratulations.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
All right, folks, don't go anywhere. We will be right back here at St. Bernard's Preparatory School in Cullman, Alabama for the Delta McKenzie ASA Classic. Come on back. We'll be back shortly.